Hi guys, it's Sandra and Dan again. We're doing a prediction for episode 7 and the polls that we did as well. So let's start with that.
For the murder and banishment in episode 7, we did a couple of predictions. Sorry if we're knackered. It's gone 11 o'clock at the time of doing this. I've just commuted back from work over 100 miles, which I do 1 or 2 days a week. So start these things quite late, don't we? And
We do.
we're in two minds whether or not to do this, but we thought, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. No, we do enjoy this, guys. But someone in her PJs didn't have any respect to dress up for this show. Clearly,
And I love it how it's Christmassy as well.
it's not even November yet. Right,
We gotta start early. So,
we did a poll.
mm-hmm.
Who will be murdered in episode 7 of the Celebrity Traitors? 52, no, let's go slow. 20% of you said Lucy, 29% of you said Kate, and 52, that comes over to just over 100. This is what it says though. So 20 for Lucy, 29 for Kate, and it says 52 for Nick. I think that gets us to 101, but you get the idea. So just over half of you, 97 votes at the time of recording, think Nick is going to be killed. Personally, I would agree with that. I think to the traitors, all three of them aren't really, as far as they're concerned, aren't really onto them because Nick thinks it is Kat, for example, and possibly Jonathan, especially now Stephen's gone, but he's not said that publicly. I think he said it to Joe Marler,
Yeah.
but he's not said it at the round table. He's definitely not revealed Kat, I know that. Kate's clueless about anything and everything and can be manipulated, I reckon. And Lucy, I don't feel like I know Lucy. I don't know her before the show. I don't really feel like she's been in the show at all.
Yeah, but you don't want to kill Lucy because the thing is, she could easily banish herself out because she's just like, oh, I don't know. And they're like,
Do you think she gets voted off?
I think she might have, not quite yet, but I think she would because she's just
Not quite yet.
clueless.
There's only 3 episodes left.
Yeah, well, give it a chance. No, the thing is, I think they might because she's not really adding anything. She's not really like Joe being helpful or trying to, but they seem to be thinking like he's a threat, so they're really stupid. They're really thick faithfuls. They actually really are. It shocks me. So many of you commented on that they were the worst and terrible faithfuls there are, and I couldn't agree more. But
Sorry to interrupt. This is actually the longest in the UK version it's gone, but a traitor's not been caught.
yeah,
I think the record before was series 1. Do you remember the Irish girl Alicia? Wilf turned on her at the round table. That was episode 6.
yeah.
So this now is going to be the very earliest episode 7. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Talk about the punishment in a minute. That's my fault.
That just shows you that celebrity traitors how clueless they really are. But anyway.
So who do you think is going to get? Do you agree with Nick?
I think the only thing that they have a go on to that he sabotaged again. He was honest about it because he was trying to save Joe, which is I understand what he was trying to do, but he didn't really think this through because now he sees, oh, I'm the one they're going to be gunning for, which he sort of should have talked about. You were there for yourself.
Heat of the moment sort of thing, maybe.
Yeah, it was like emotions, isn't it? So when I was trying to save his mate, I get it because he truly trusted him. I think you would say he was like, "Oh, the only one I trust you, so I'll tell you I'm thinking this and this." But I think he dug himself a grave there.
The only thing you could say for Lucy is that she voted for Jonathan in the last episode with Joe. So maybe Jonathan would want to get rid of her for that reason. Nick didn't vote for Jonathan, but
Lucy's not really.
Lucy's not really been in it as far as
So
I'm
I feel
concerned.
like they could easily kill her off.
But the way,
But if they don't kill Nick off, they're in trouble.
so I think what we're saying is Kate's safe, even though
Yeah.
she was the second highest with you guys at 29%. I still think Nick's going to go. I'd say like 80% likely Nick's going to go, but Lucy could go if Jonathan could be the biggest character out of the 3 of
Yeah,
those
but
traitors.
Jonathan might not want him to go because he thinks,
It's too
oh, he's
obvious.
gunning for me with Joe, so I want to play safe, which I get. So I actually think Lucy, there might be, because you know what Jonathan is like. He's quite a big voice.
But then we don't know if Jonathan was in that chat after the round table last episode where Lucy was going on about Alan. So even though she's just voted for, Lucy could pin in on that. Alan can get away with that because of his personality, though, compared to most.
Yeah.
If, I don't know, someone less charismatic, say a Joe Marler, if he was a traitor, had said something like that. Although I do love Joe, I don't mean that in a bad way. But You get or a David, someone less charismatic probably wouldn't get away with it as much.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So that's the murder. So I think, in a word, Nick.
Lucy.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's not what you said off camera before we started.
We didn't speak about
Oh,
it.
we did.
No, you said, I think Nick. I think Nick. Well, I have my thoughts too.
I'm
Thank
your
you very
husband.
much.
You're meant to agree.
No, we live in a modern world, darling.
Yeah, it's a disaster. Right. The other poll, which I actually did it earlier because I thought it was more interesting. I'm not the murder.
So you gave one boring one.
Well, they're not boring. They're both important, but I think the banishments are better than the murders for obvious reasons.
Because of clueless faithfuls, yes.
So, for who do you think will be banished in this episode? The options were Alan Carr, Joe Marler, Jonathan Ross, or someone else. The time of recording this, we've had 266 votes. 6% of you say Alan Carr, 11% say someone else, so that could be a Nick, a David, a Kat, could be anyone really. 12% say Joe Marler, so just ahead. And the overwhelming favourite, which is not a surprise, is Jonathan Ross with 71%. Does that add up to 100? Those four numbers add up to 100. That's a good start. Surely, Sandra, Jonathan's time's up.
I think everybody's
Surely.
bloodthirsty. Even I am. I'd be like, just go because you're only annoying me at that stage. And these weird, annoying outfits. Oh my god!
Jonathan Ross is cool. He's a cool guy.
He's not cool. He's wearing like a robe
He
with
looked like Fred Flintstone. That was quality. We all love the Flintstones.
I mean, yeah, out of fashion. No, the outfits just annoy me and bore me at that stage.
It's not a reason to not like someone.
I know, but I like fashion, even though my Christmassy pajamas right now. But like, no.
Very well dressed up. Yeah.
I've had a long, long day.
I can tell.
Anyway, yeah, he's just at that stage where he's just annoying me, and I just want him out to just spice things up with the whole Traitors.
They need to get like as good as this series has been. They need to get a traitor.
I think everybody wants him to go at that stage.
If they don't get a traitor on this episode, I will just be. I don't know if anyone's seen Australia Series 2. I don't know if you remember this. In the end, there was 5 people left, and 3 of them were traitors. And then it got down to that. It was just rubbish in the end. Like, you need more of a balance, because I think the fun episode, there's always 5 people. At worst, you want 3 faithfuls and 2 traitors. You don't want more traitors than faithfuls. It's just terrible.
My favourite one was probably with Wilf, Hannah, Aaron, and Meryl, I think. And then Hannah was like, no, and stuff like that. She just couldn't believe it. See, she was just such a character. I really loved her as well.
Hannah,
she actually really did. And
she was sorry, she was so clueless. Wilf's definitely not. But
the fact that she was so mouthy and had such a big persona about her, that it was like a great faithful to have as a friend as well.
That's why he kept her there, didn't he?
I know, obviously, but they're so gullible as well. Like some people, and you think you're like, oh my goodness, I'm so right, I know it, and blah blah blah, and you couldn't be so wrong.
The game's ridiculous. She was so wrong for 11 episodes, and then figures it out at the last minute, and she wins.
Oh.
Whereas people that might have been onto him before, get murdered. Or that's the nature of the game. So I think, getting back to this celebrity traitors, with the Ruth thing, the double bluff, being murdered when she called him out. This big dog theory, Stephen's kept John. The longer Stephen was there, the safer Jonathan was. Now he's gone. I just cannot.
I can't believe Stephen's out, by the way, still. But hey.
Jonathan's got to go. I feel like Kat and Alan will throw him under the bus as well if they feel like the vote's going to go against him.
I want to see
especially
how Kat spins it. Because there was people asking her, what do you think? What do you think? And then when she was going with the whole big dog theory, what's she going to say now? Is she going to be like, oh my God, so must have been Jonathan?
Well, she has to say, yeah.
Or she's going to say like, oh my God, was I so wrong? And like back away from it.
It'll make her look guilty.
No, because, well, she might feel guilty because she's faithful, isn't it? And she voted out the wrong person. So she can play that card.
Nah, they've got. I don't agree. If she does that, I think she'll be toast.
Well, we can only The thing is, sometimes we're like dead on, like this is what's gonna happen, and then we can be more wrong. There's a complete twist.
Look at David on 2 episodes, 2 round tables. He was nearly gone, and then the last one, he wasn't even really discussed. That's how quickly the game can change.
But that's the chat he had after the banishment. He said, "Oh, I'm definitely going to be like gone tomorrow and stuff like that." And there were two girls speaking to him. I think it might be Lucy and Kate. And then she said,
could have been Celia from memory, but go on. Yeah,
it might have been, but there were two girls basically. And then one of them said, "Well, I was mentioned the other day," and then the next day I wasn't completely mentioned at all. And I'm like,
I think we said Kate was going to go on episode 2. We're now on episode 7, and she's still, well, she could still be there. Clueless Kate.
I call her Clueless Kate. She just really couldn't be like she just is.
Last thoughts. Will Alan get away with his blunder? With the shield comment, forgetting he had a shield.
I think obviously he's gone to sleep and he has to think this through. He has to think of a scenario, and I think he will be like, okay, how am I acting normally, and stuff like that. But he's just being like,
if anyone can pass it off, it's him. I'd say.
Yeah, he was just, he'd laugh it off and brush it off, and he said, out of all the excitement and trying to catch the traitors and stuff like that, I got distracted. It's not something like, obviously having shield, obviously I'm safe from murder, but not banishment. So that's where I was like, obviously quite scared and like taken back. That's all he can say. So he said, I came with this mindset for the banishment, not for the murder. So like, obviously, I suppose I got relaxed in that sense.
I agree. I think he's actually more likely to get away with it than not.
Like you said, if anybody would be Alan, because
so maybe Alan.
Alan
maybe Alan will end up winning it, but this game changes all the time. So to summarize,
the 5-minute video turns into 12 minutes now. So
just get into it. We disagree. I think Nick. You think Lucy is going to be murdered?
Yeah, she doesn't know me now, so she has to go.
That's a good reason.
I know how people just annoy me.
It's like Tom Daly vocabulary comment from Alan Carr, her fashion sense, and I think if Jonathan doesn't go in episode 7, the faithfuls just need their heads examining, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, what's going to happen when he doesn't?
Oh, they cannot vote off another
There
faithful.
is a potential that he might not go.
No, they can't. We've had no recruitment this series. I've banged on about it before. It's
a little bit annoying. I'd like it to be a recruitment as well.
They won't. I doubt they will. There's not enough time now.
If they get rid of Jonathan, there's only 2 traitors. Will they allow them to have a recruitment?
No, I doubt it. There's 9 left at the moment.
What if there's more?
Nah, there's going to be someone gone, so that'd be 8. So that'd be 5 on 3. Then there'll be a banishment, so there'll be 7 people left, and then 2 in episode 8. So unless you get 2 traitors out of the next 2 rounds, no, but then it'd still be 4-1. I can't see any recruitment. I think recruitment's gone. But guys, we'll wrap it up. It's 11:22. Sandra, you're going to upload this. I love you, wife. I'm going to bed. Night all.
See you.